Well, today is community meeting one of the Tower District Streetscape Plan process. And this whole process, the Streetscape, is actually a big implementation step of the overall plan for the Tower District, which was actually adopted back in 1991. This is the first of 3 sessions that we're going to have with the public. This one today is to gather the public's aspirations for the tower, their ideas about what challenges there are, also their ideas about how they use the tower today, what works, what doesn't work, and ideas for how the tower streetscape could be transformed. Workshop number 2 is going to actually present alternatives that were developed using all the participants' ideas. And the participants will then be asked to refine those alternatives and focus on a preferred alternative. Finally, the 3rd workshop, which will be probably in early September, will be to refine the preferred alternative and actually perfect what would be the streetscape plan. I hear a lot about the pedestrian amenities and the need for wider sidewalks, a lot about sort of the more standard things like need for maintenance. But I also really am delighted to hear how the community feels about the sense of community in the tower, the special, unique identity that it has, and the way people here really care. And this is a new generation of people in the tower. I've been active in the tower for a long time, and a lot of these are new faces for me, so I'm really excited to see that.
You know, again, I've really kind of limited my input because I want to see the community decide together what they want to see, but I'm hearing a lot of things that I like to hear. I want to see the sidewalks widened, not necessarily eliminating traffic or on-street parking, but let's maximize the pedestrian experience as much as we can. More green space is important. We've talked about some additional lighting on a pedestrian scale. I'd like to see that. Personally, from an event standpoint, it'd be nice if we could wire more of the street for sound and for electricity. We could see more live music, and when the car show's going on, for instance, there could be announcements made up and down the street. So a lot of really great things, and I'm hearing many of these ideas come out in these meetings.
One of the most interesting things about the Tower District is how active people are and passionate about their neighborhood. We have a self-identity in the Tower District. People, when you ask where they live, you're like, oh, I live in the tower. You know, they spend their time here. Sometimes work in the neighborhood, do walking and shopping. So we have a real identity. This is just a planning effort, and the money is there to do the planning. So we're going to have a document at the end, but that's not anything tangible on the street. One of the main things that I always believe in when we're having city meetings and everything is that it needs to have a result. It can't just be a plan and make us feel good that we're planning things. There needs to be, we need to see the differences happening in the street.
But I think there's bigger fish to fry, and I think it's great to put together a plan. Anything we can do in the tower is totally appreciative, of course. So this is my neighborhood. But when I say bigger fish to fry, right now our state of California has a deficit of $24.6 billion. I'm pretty close with that. We have $20 billion in lost revenue from what I see. And as a business owner, I'm more concerned about people getting back to work and our infrastructure everywhere. Not, the Tower District, hey, that's great. I love the Tower District. But this is a bigger problem, and it's a huge problem. This is statewide. This is nationwide.